Good morning, YouTube. It is Theresa again, in a different capacity this time. Was prayed about it, and God placed it in my heart to put something on here other than silly stuff about Frank Beauregard and Imogene Johnson. Um, God has blessed me with a very good voice, not just speaking and talent to make people laugh. He's given me a voice to influence people, to inspire, to motivate. I also do motivational speaking. Um, but I love to make people laugh because there were times in my life when I really felt like I couldn't laugh. And when I did laugh or I was able to laugh, it made me feel so much better. So, um, and on New Year's Eve 2008, when I lived in Atlanta, I was actually in the hospital having surgery because there was a tumor on top of my vocal cords. And the doctor told me that it's a possibility that I would not be able to speak or sing again. And that kind of hit me hard. It gave me a good wake up call because there were things that I knew I was blessed with the gift, but I wasn't using the gift in the right way. I was saying anything and saying it to anybody and really didn't care how my words affected other people. Um, but now that I see how many people are watching me on YouTube, I realize that that is a ministry in itself. Not that I'm a minister, it is a ministry in influencing people that I have no direct contact with. But God has given me a calling, not to minister, but to inspire people or to help people in a very unique way. Not only will I be a lawyer that will be helping people, but I like to help people, making them laugh. And in all that I have gone through, He has given me a lot of life experiences that helped me to empathize with people. One particular situation happened recently, and I had to realize that God has blessed me with the voice, but sometimes you don't have to use your voice. I was at risk of not getting my financial aid paid for my summer classes, and I went to the bank, and there was something going on at the bank. I'll just leave it at that. And God spoke to me. He said, just be quiet. Don't say anything. Just be quiet. Because I was being reamed over the coals publicly. And the old me that before I got delivered would have called somebody some names and said some things that were not so nice. And then proved to them that you're not going to talk to me crazy. However, God spoke to me. And I said, God, you sure? Because I can tell it something real quick, and it'll be all over. I listened to God and I held my tongue and didn't say anything. And in the process, of course, I was breathing deeply, trying to hold myself together. But this lady came up who I did not know and said, "This too shall pass." And reminded me, that's one of my favorite songs that I sing by Yolanda Adams. And things that we go through when we're in that storm and we feel like we're just the only one in the world going through it, they will pass. God is an awesome planner. He plans things 10 years ahead of time, really about 50 or 100 years ahead of time. Before we even get here, He even knows what's going to happen. But like we do that 5, 10 year plan, that man has like 100 to 200 year plan for us. And we don't even know it. So sometimes the things that we're going through, that we feel like is a storm, it's like, oh God, why am I going through it, Lord Jesus, Lord? It's for you to grow and for you to gain something forward for His purpose. So I've learned that if you listen to Him, like I'm listening to Him telling me to do this and inspire someone who has the exact same issue, a similar issue, that you need to hear this song and understand that when you're going through that storm, in the song it says in the thought, but I call it in the storm, because you're going to be comforted through the thought and you'll be comforted through the storm. You may not feel like God is there, but He is always present. He always knows what's going on. And He has a purpose for your life. And if you understand what that purpose and that will is, and you do what He says do, it's a wonderful thing. Because I held my tongue just a couple of weeks ago, not only did my classes get paid for, God went over, He just showed out. God got my classes paid for. A whole lot of us other stuff is paid for, and paid cash for some things that I never would have paid cash for before in my life. Just had money on hand, money, and still have extra left. God gives you so much more than you need when you listen to what He says. He gives you not just what you need, but what you need and what your heart's desires are when you do what He says do within His will. Okay? So anyway, I was gonna sing this here song called "This Too Shall Pass." Now, of course, I said I changed some words in it, and the song modulates. So don't think I'm changing, keys on you. It's supposed to do that. If you don't believe me, go listen to the real one by Yolanda Adams when she sings it. It's beautiful. Yes, it is beautiful. At any rate, here is the song, and I hope that it blesses you. In the middle of the turbulence surrounding you, these trying times are so hard to endure. In the middle of what seems to be your darkest hour, hold fast your heart and be assured this too shall pass like every night before it. He'll never give you more than you can bear. This too shall pass, and in your storm you'll be comforted, for it's in his hands. This too shall pass. The Father knows every tear you cry before it falls. He feels your pain. His heart and yours are one. My Father knows that sorrow's heavy chains are strong, but with his strength you'll overcome. For this too shall pass like every night before it. He'll never give you more than you can bear. This too shall pass, and in the storm you'll be comforted, for it's in his hands. This too shall pass. So set your eyes, set them on the mountain, and lift your hands up to the sun. Let his arms of love surround you. Let him take you to the other side. Yes, this too shall pass like every night that's come before it. I'm so glad he'll never give you or me more than we can bear. This too shall pass, and in your storm you'll be comforted. Oh, it's in his hands. This too shall pass. It's in God's hands. Your storm shall pass. It shall pass. I hope that you have been blessed by this, moment in time. It's just 10 minutes of your time almost. But I'm grateful that God has allowed my voice to continue. And as long as I have breath in my body and I'm able to sing, and this scar right here is a daily reminder that I could have not had a voice at all, that he could have taken it from me. So I use my gift for his purpose and for his will as much as possible. Am I perfect? No. Do I slip up every once in a while? Yeah, you might hear me say some crazy stuff. But that's okay. God forgives me. Please don't judge me. And as my little 5-year-old Carol would say, as she's getting on her plane to go visit her family, deuces, mommy, gotta go. So deuces, YouTube, I gotta go. Bye-bye.